Good morning, Friday. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
Hi, good morning.
Good
morning.
Morning.
Morning. It's Friday again, and it's breakthrough session. And today we have our invited guest on our breakthrough today, Didi Chan. And I didn't get to meet her before this because I think timing was bad. We both couldn't match our timing, and when we got our timing, I had to be pulled out to another meeting. So this is the first time I'm meeting Didi Chan. Hi, Didi.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for agreeing to join us this morning and to speak about your experience running the shelter called ALIR.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, everyone, guys, guess what? I've got 6 cats, right? She's got like 200 dogs.
Yeah. 200 dogs and cats.
200 dogs and
Yeah,
cats. Can you believe that? Okay. So I think the only way to describe Didi is she must be an angel.
No.
You know, we put her to do all this good because it takes a lot to be like you know, to have that dedication and to have the commitment to taking care of animals like you do. Didi, could you tell us a little bit, introduce yourself, tell us how you get into taking care of these 200 over dogs and cats?
Okay,
Yeah.
my name is
Yeah, so tell us.
Okay, my name is Didi Chan. I'm the founder of ALIR Shelter. ALIR Shelter stands for Animal Lovers Independent Rescuer. Okay, but before we started as animal shelter in 2016, I was a independent rescuer. We rescue dogs and cats. We started rescuing cats in 2013. We started with dogs lah. I think a few days ago I talked to C2 about the story from the beginning. I'm not sure if it's we have enough time to start from the beginning, but I will try my best to share with you guys. Okay. Well, actually, I started when in 2009, when we first rescued our first blind puppy. But that time we didn't know that this puppy was actually blind until 3 months after that. Then we realized that this puppy is actually blind, and it actually changed how I look at the kind of like how it changed my mission lah. Not mission actually. I'm sorry, but I'm actually nervous now, and I'm actually taking care of one of my 3-legged cat. I'm scared if he might jump out of the fence. Okay. So after we rescued the first dog, we didn't call it as rescue. If in Sabah, we don't call it as rescue. Like 10 years ago, they don't call this as rescue. They call this as pungut. So I was labeled as a person who like to pungut stray dogs, stray cats. But that was the first puppy lah. And then after the first puppy in 2009, the second one was in 2012. The one that we rescued in 2012, his name was Sunday. We were actually on our way back to our shelter. We just bought food for the stray dog for our dogs, and then suddenly we found a group of dogs who was kind of like smelling something on the parking lot. So we decided to stop, and then I found that the puppy was lying on the ground, just skin and bone. So I decided to take him home, and I promised to the puppy, if I managed to treat you, I will make sure that you will not be my last puppy lah that I will rescue. And then just less than 1 month, he started to sleep with me already. That was the second one. Yeah.
Out here.
He,
Oh, wow. What's his name?
December. This one, if you search in our page or our Insta, December the 3-legged cat. So this is him.
So
we rescued
handsome.
We rescued him in 2016, but he's getting old now, getting skinnier
Yeah.
than
And
before.
he looks tired though.
Yeah, he trying to run away. Yesterday he ran to a neighbor's house already.
Oh,
I saw a dog with prosthetic leg the other day. So yeah, so it would be nice. Is his video on your Facebook? We could actually go and see how he walks.
Yeah, Ken.
All right. So yeah, continue your story, Didi.
Okay. That like I talk about the Sunday already. So the next one is the Putih that happened just few weeks after we rescued the second dog. Actually, after the first one, we already adopted a lot of dogs and cats. A lot of dogs that was abandoned. But that time we haven't rescued any severe cases yet, because I don't have any experience in taking care of injured dogs or cats. So after the after Sunday's case, we started to go and being active, going in and out to the vet, trying to get as much of info and knowledge and education about on how to treat dogs and cats, because sending dogs and cats to the vet is not cheap. It's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so thank God that the vet is willing to share the knowledge, just like if like skin infection that is very simple to treat, except the one that needs surgery, then we have to follow the SOP. We need to send to the vet. So right after Sunday, few weeks after Sunday's case, the second severe case we rescued, we actually got involved in an accident in 2012. So actually, before we went out, before the accident happened, in the morning when we reversed our car, I saw one of our dog, her name was Putih. She always escaped from home, but that day she didn't went out. She was barking, like kind of like give a signal. I really don't understand what she was trying to say, trying to tell us that time. But unfortunately, we just ran. But the whole time our journey, I was like thinking what she was trying to tell us. But I seriously don't understand. Until that night, we had an accident. We got into an accident. Our whole family, my husband and I, my 2 kids and 3 dogs inside the car. And then after the accident, the accident was really bad, but none of us were injured. No blood, no bruises, no nothing. So even the tow truck people say that this is a miracle. There must be someone that's supposed to be hurt, but not even a drop of blood that was seen in the accident. So after that, 2 days after the accident, I went back to our home, my own shelter. Then the first dog that greeted us was Putih. Usually when I come home, she will run away because she know that she made a lot of mistakes. She always escape, ruin the house and everything. But that day she was the one who come and hug me. So I didn't notice a difference lah. For the 1 whole week, she didn't went out. She just slept next to me. But exactly 1 week after the accident, I went down and taking care of other dogs. Suddenly she disappeared.
Mm.
Just few minutes after that, I heard boom. She got hit by a car. She ran towards me, in front of me, and died in front of me. I was crying. I cried and I, pick her up and hug her, and you can feel all her bones, the neck, ribs, all are broken. But the most saddest thing is that even though she was severely injured, she still come home and died in front of me. Maybe because she know that I was worried about her. I always argue with my husband, just because of her, because she always escaped. But maybe she didn't want me to, looking for her, worried about her. She died in front of me. I was like crying for 1 whole hour, waiting for my husband, and then before we buried her. And then that night, I had a dream. She came to me and told me that I replaced myself with you guys, because she told us that she's actually pregnant. So herself and the babies inside of her belly, it represent us. She said that me, and she had 3 babies inside her belly, so that means there's 4 of us, and she like kind of like replacing herself with us. So I don't want to believe this, but it's the promise that when she said that, I say it's like we owe our life to her, because she placed herself to us, and she told us that I cannot let you die, because if you die, then there's no one gonna take care of the dogs. So please continue, taking care of the dogs. So I made a promise that I will make sure that no matter what happened, I will make sure that I will take good care of the dogs and cats until now. But that time still, ALIR still not exist until 2016, when my business went bankrupt. I almost killed myself twice. I almost jumped from my apartment that time. But the second time, my kids didn't go to school for almost 3 months. I only have 80 ringgit in my pocket, not in my pocket, in my bank actually. So my husband have to go to the restaurant to ask for leftover food. We managed to survive for 3 months before the second attempt to jump from the building. Before I jumped from the building, I called my friend, one of my good friend. I told him, please take good care of my family, my dogs. And I didn't say, just take good care of my dogs and my family. And then it was like, are you trying to kill yourself? I'm like, nothing. No, I just hang up. And then suddenly he called me again. What is your account number? How much do you want? I said, I don't want anything. I just want you to take care of them. But since we met a business deal before, he know my account number. He called me again. Check your account. Use this money to start your life again. So with that money, with that small money, I managed to use it, start a very small business. And then, thank God. And then he asked me, all the dogs that you rescued, where are they came from? From the street. How did they end up in the street? Because of the irresponsible pet owner. They dumped their pets, they abandoned their dogs. So that means they have the responsibility to help you guys. Why don't you start NGO proper, so that it will be proper, so that you will get help from the public, because you're not supposed to do this alone. The public is supposed to help you too, because they're the one who, because before that we have a lot of calls and everything asking us to rescue here and there. So there where we started it to register NGO, ALIR is one of NGO. So it's a
Okay.
process, right? I didn't like sleep and I woke up in the morning and say, okay, I want to start the shelter. No, it's a process. It's a very long process. After 7 years of experience, then we finally, register, start this ALIR lah, this shelter.
So in this shelter, is it just you and your husband? Do you have workers? How many
We have
people are
workers.
taking care? You have workers.
Okay. Actually, we originally based in Kota Belud, but since the house is actually belong to my late mom. So after she died, I started to one dog and then end up with 40 dogs. It become my mini shelter lah. And then but the house is very near to neighbor, so they always complain. But
Right.
before complain, Jabatan Haiwan, police, and the Jabatan from Jabatan Kesehatan, they went to our house. There's no problem, nothing at all. But you cannot stop people from hating.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want to complain, then I cannot do anything about that. But then they start taking their own action by poisoning our dogs. So it was not safe for us to stay there anymore. So we decided to move. So there's one Dato Wilfred. He let us use the land in Tenggilan, Kampung Lapasan Tenggilan, where we shelter. There we have 30 plus dogs and 30 plus cats. But that one in shelter, only for healthy dogs and cats, because there were people come and visit, they want to adopt. So we don't have many healthy dogs and cats. So the one that in KK, we have 7 fosters home. I am one of the foster. I'm taking care of the handicapped dogs and cats, especially the paralyzed, the senior dogs, the one that still need medication, because they need very special needs, very special care. So yeah, here I'm taking care of, I think, almost 50 dogs, cats, around 50 plus. And then there's others, fosterers who helping us to take care, because few months ago we started to get a threat from, can you hear that? It's their breakfast time now, so they are
Yeah, I can imagine. I know my mom ran a dog shelter once, right? This is in Mambao, Negeri Sembilan. We also got threats from the neighbors, especially because we were Malays and we had over 1,000 dogs.
wow. Yeah.
So, but the sad part was, about 400 dogs died during the
Virus outbreak, is it?
No. Overnight flood.
Oh,
They were in a cage and the flood was at 3 o'clock. The rain was overnight. So the dogs were in the cage and we couldn't save them.
my God.
And we had 400 body carcass lying around, which was health hazard, right? And my mother was thinking, how were we going to bury all these dogs? No one's going to be able to dig the hole one by one, right?
Yeah.
And
So you
guess
guys
what?
used to,
Yeah, one Korean construction company offered a scavenger, that machine,
yeah,
Korea, and then put all the 400 dogs in there.
400 dogs.
But it was so heartbreaking to see 400 dogs died in their cage overnight. I know. So I can so relate to what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in a how did you have this love for this furry kid? Did you have pets when you were little?
Yeah.
Was there anything?
Since I was born, my mom was a cat lover and a dog lover as well. But and then my dad used to have horses, monkey, and other animals. So there where I think the love for animals started. You know, because I grew up with them. I think I spent most of my life with animals. Because I don't have any friends when I was child, so the only friends that I had was the animals, the monkey, the dogs, the cats. Yeah, even now we sleep with dogs and cats. Yeah, even last night I told my husband, I think I speak more. I think I spend and speak to the animals more than you. I said, and it is true. It is true. You know, because even when I sleep, I have two dogs that was rescued from the dumpster. They were little last time. I told my husband, if we don't, you know, train them to sleep on the floor, they will grow big, and then we will end up with no space on the bed. So yes, now they were like very big, like almost 1 year. So we don't have space, and I have one 1 year old baby. Just gave birth last year. So yeah, it's people say that we are faking it only to take photo. You sleep with the dogs. Don't want you to do something, but if they don't believe us, then they can come here.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Okay, Didi. Yeah, look at those. Oh my goodness. Who is that guy preparing
My first son,
your son?
yeah, my first son.
How old is
He's
he?
16 years old this year.
Wow. Oh my God. Look at those. And they, all the dogs and cats, they can learn to
Yep.
live with each other. They don't fight.
Yeah, they even sleep together.
Didi, this I want to ask you, for you to take care of these 200 cats and dogs, what is the kind of money you have to spend per month, every month?
It costs us, include the medication. I think the most little amount that we spend in a month is around 12K. The maximum amount was, I think, 2 months ago, 30 plus K. It depends with if they sick, then we have to bring to the vet. If we have severe cases, yeah, we have to spend like thousands of ringgit for their treatment. And like especially when they are sick, we need to feed them with wet food or the chicken, raw chicken, the beef. It's more expensive compared to the dry food. The dry food,
The
when they
kibbles,
eat, the kibbles, it make them full. They don't feel hungry like every time. But when you give them the rice and meat, usually they become they very easy to, like, very fast to get hungry. Like, we need to feed them like 3 times a day.
So you give them kibbles.
Kibbles depends with the donation actually, but now since because of the weather, we have a lot of sick dogs and cats, flu, cough. So to give them appetite to eat, I cook meat and chicken mixed with rice lah. Make a chicken soup, beef soup mixed with the rice.
Okay, cool. All right. So 12K minimum. Who is helping you to fundraise and pay for the workers?
For
Did you
now,
get
thank God
funding
that
from?
we managed to collect money from the public, all the donors who help us with the donation lah. Very, very grateful and thank you for that lah. But donation will not come enough every month. Sometimes there are months that we only have 1K in a month. We used to check our bank account, the NGO account, only 1K. And then I was like, it's okay, I have to use my money, use my saving, because I don't have a lot of money too. But I believe that as long as I'm sincere helping them, they're always a way. You will not know. Like last time, we don't have food. I was worried from the night before. I was very worried. Oh my God! I said there's no more food. We do have rice, but like human lah, we eat with laukan. How can I just give them empty rice like that? It's like very heartbreaking lah. But then suddenly one of my friends called, hey, do you want chicken? Not just one, like 20, 30 kilo, but it's like one lorry.
Huh?
So one lorry, I said I don't know where to keep the chicken, so I have to like donate to it. It's not like rotten, only the reject one, but there's the one that still can be feed by people. So I um I distributed it to the villager in Kota Belud lah that time. So we only take one truck of Hilux, that amount of so what the dog eat only chicken for the whole week and become really fat. But I was really, and then I was like very surprised. Like, you see, when you are sincere in helping them, there's always way. That's why I said, if you're not, in Malay they said, kalau Tuhan restu, semua like pekerjaan itu akan dipermudahkan. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. That's very, very, very true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Because we in Sabah there were a few shelters that was shut down because they are not sincere. We know from the beginning. I know something was wrong, and then they ended up shutting down their shelter, and one of the shelter was shut down in 2019. Melissa Cat Shelter. I don't know either you know about this case or not, but she asking for money, but she left the cats, and cats died inside the house. Yeah.
I have a question. Taking care of these 200 dogs and cats, Didi,
Yeah.
what do you feel has made this running a shelter has made you to become? Do you notice any difference in yourself as a person?
Yes. I started to like leave the dunyawi thingy,
the worldly matters, yeah.
and like people, when you want to become a holy person, people always like share it, whatever, but I keep it silent, keep it to myself. I said it's okay, I only want God to look at me. All the hardness, the hardship that I went through every day, I don't need to tell people it. I only update in our page the necessary cases, the necessary news, but all the smallest thing, like cleaning up the dogs, all the hardship, the tears and sweat and tears, it's okay. I don't need to like asking for like minta kesian from the people, by showing that. I only believe in him. He will I'm getting more closer to him lah, like that. I'm not saying that I'm a religious. No, I'm not a religious person, but I believe in karma. What you give is what you get. So that one thing that changed me, and like even like your asset and everything, it wasn't just for me. Even now we want to buy a land, it's not for me, it's for the animal. Because we was given a warning from the landlord that they want us to move. Even the neighbors threat us and ask us to move. They even like recently they poisoned some of the dogs, but I don't want to make this matter become like more worse lah. I don't want to share it anymore. It's okay. I keep it to myself. Once everything was settled, everything already settled, then I will tell the whole story to the public lah, so that they know that about the whole story about this thing.
So what in your experience running the shelter, what is like the most heartbreaking experience? Is it about seeing your dogs died, or is it about hungry or sick, or the comment from other people? Which is the worst experience that is really, really heartbreaking for you? And what do you do? What do you do to pick yourself up and overcome this?
Wait, yeah, I asked my son to check the cat. Okay. I think the most heartbreaking things that will make me very, it break me a lot is when we lost our dogs or cats, especially the one that already been rescued with severe cases. Like last time we have cats that was two-leg cat, Nobita. His name was Nobita. He lost both of his legs. So I took care of him 466 days, and people said that I should just euthanize him. He has no quality of life, but it was not them who taking care of Nobita. I'm the one who taking care of Nobita. I need to I don't need to like listen to what people say. So I just take care of him, and I prove to people that yes, instead of giving him just few days, I gave him 466 days. And when he died, I was diagnosed with severe depression. I was on medication. I almost like gila lah at that time. We lost a lot of dogs and cats before, but this is the thing, when you're dealing with animals, you give your heart and soul for them. I love them just like my own kids. So when they died, it's like losing your own kids, loving ones. So I think that is the hardest part for me. And I don't really care about what people comment about us, about me, whatever they call us, fake, scam. I don't care. If you want to say anything, meet up with me, come straight to me, and I will prove to you. I don't need to share it to the Facebook and everything to clarify anything, because when even if you share the real thing, the real document in the Facebook, there are always people who all turn everything into a negative thinking, negative things. So yeah, I think that is the most I'm sorry. I'm distracted again. Okay, and then the way that I motivate myself is by listening to motivational speech. Meditate lah most of the time. Like this morning, I even meditate, listen to motivational speech. Yeah, from Les Brown. He's my favorite speaker. Yeah, I think that helps me a lot lah. Last time, like I said, I want to stop rescuing. I don't want to rescue anymore. But thank God that yeah, I managed to survive until today with the help of the motivational speech and the meditation.
Thank you. Well, your family, your children, they don't get jealous of your cats and dogs?
No, like last time, yes, when they were young, but like now they are teenagers, they were like, no, not anymore, because they're helping us. They're also busy taking care, helping us to clean the dogs and cats. Even now they help us to feed, they help us to clean. So not anymore lah. Even the young one, she's more attached to her father, so I have more time with the dogs and cats now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I asked you about your most heartbreaking moments. What about your best moment?
The best moment is when every time we rescue severe cases, we manage to treat them and bring them back to
What is the worst or the most severe case that you have rescued a cat or a dog?
Pardon?
The worst or the most severe case. Can you tell a story? The worst or the severest? Is there such a word? Severe.
Just now the cat, December. That was the first.
Amber.
The first and the worst. The first one and the severe one.
How did he lose his leg?
We actually received a call from a lady in Hilltop, Penampang area lah here, and then she told us that there's one cat inside her reban ayam sitting, but that time the cat didn't show the leg, so we thought that maybe sick, but he was obviously skinny lah, but didn't expect that to be, with that one leg, with severe leg that time. And then when we came, my husband took the cat from the reban, and then we noticed that he lost one of his. He was like a dead cat already, but still breathing. I said, this cat still want to live. When we arrived at the vet said there's no hope lah, better euthanize. I said, no, the cat waited for us. Even with this condition, he's supposed to die like few days ago already, but he's still breathing. That means he still want to live. And then they offered him food and water. He started to eat, and I said, see, he still want to live. So they proceeded with the surgery 3 days after that lah, because he lose a lot of blood
He
already.
injured his foot. Do you know what happened? Was it
No one knows. Probably from dog bite, it becomes infected. Almost lost all of his arm. I tried to search for his photo in December. We didn't believe that he will actually survive actually, but thank God he did manage to survive from this is him.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh,
this is not actually the first one lah. I think the severe one before him, we rescued in September 2016. We rescued this cat with all four legs was tied, and he lost all 4 legs lah. But that one didn't survive. His name was Donut, but this one survived. And yeah, he always motivate. The reason that why we believe in miracle lah, December case.
yeah.
That's why I said whenever we rescue dogs or cats that in severe condition, I always use December photo and tell the vet, just look at him. If he can survive, that means we can help other dogs in severe condition as well.
Yes. Okay. Do you give your cats or dogs for adoption if people
Yes,
come?
we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Is there a process, and what would you advise?
Usually we will ask for their location. There's a lot of adopter who adopt our dogs and cats, no fencing at home. So it will be, 3 days after that, hey, can I adopt another dog? Where's the other one? Die already, got hit by car. So the first question that I ask when people ask for either we have dogs or cats for adoption, do you have fencing around your house? That is the basic one. And then after that, we will ask them to tell us which vet that we will bring to the cat or the dog that they gonna adopt if they fell sick, especially for vaccination, because we need to through that process we're actually educating people out here, the adopter, because there's a lot of adopter here, they don't even know what is vaccination. They never bring their pet to the clinic. So this is how we educate them. Like when we open puppies for adoption, we told them this puppy already had their first vaccination, so you need to bring them for the second and third one. And they were like, how much is it? Where can we bring them? So they are asking, they are learning. So that's a good process lah.
Great. Guys, how are you feeling? Do you have Are you inspired? Are you?
I'm really sorry. I'm really nervous. I spend most of the time with dogs and cats to talk to the dogs and cats most of the
Don't
time. So I
worry.
don't know how to like 2 days ago I told Sito I'm sorry. Right after the meeting, I said I'm sorry. I was nervous.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. This is just a typical, this is all our Ideascape family. We don't we just do this every Friday, Didi. We just get an external guest speaker to speak to us so that we will get inspired. Let me tell you my story. Okay. Just to share. Actually, I grew up in a home. I was adopted, yeah. So my mother didn't like cats or dogs. So and because she said they were dirty, and also because we were living in a royal compound, you know, the Istana compound. So we were not allowed to have cats or dogs or pets. So I grew up not knowing how to care for pets, and I really actually despise dogs or cats. And then one day, oh, look at that picture.
Not picture. It's them now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I tell you this story. One day I was cleaning my home in front of my house, and I found out that one of the stray cat or the neighbor's cat had actually peed on my favorite shoe. So I got so upset. Tried to find the cat, found him, put him into a plastic bag, and I took him and throw him at the pasar. All right. And then my son, he was 12 years old. He came back from school, and I told him the story of how I managed to throw a cat, a bad cat away. And then I saw my son's face drop. And then he says, he went to the front, he went to the back, and then he came back and told me, Mama, do you know that you throw away my cat? I was like, how is it that you have a pet and you didn't tell me? Because my children had asthma, so they were not allowed to have pets also, just like my mother didn't allow me to have pets. And that guilty feeling, and then we went back to the pasar, tried to look for the cat, couldn't find it. And then my son was sulking from morning until night, and that taught me a lesson. Because when I went to my son, I said, you know, I'm so sorry I threw away your cat, because he was going through a hard time, because I was going through divorce with his father, and he used the cat as a place for him to pour his heart content out, you see. And I threw away his cat. Can you believe it?
The only thing that makes him come to.
Yeah. And then he was like, I said, I'm so sorry. And then he told me, I just would like to be left alone. I'm not upset with you. I'm just upset. Just leave me alone. And I cried, and I was trying to pujok him. And then after he was still, sulking, I told him, you lost your PlayStation and you didn't cry. And now you lose a cat and you cry. What is this? And then he just turned to me and he said, so are you saying that money is more important than life? He asked me, are you saying that money is more important than life? I feel like a slap on my face. I keep quiet. I went to my room, locked myself, and cried. After that, I tell you, I promise I will not throw another cat away, because my son woke me up and taught me a huge lesson. And still we didn't have any pets after that, because he was taking care of that little cat on his own secretly, right? He doesn't want me to know. And then when I was leaving Nestle, I was working in Nestle. My last day in Nestle, I actually got a pet as a parting gift. So this guy, I actually didn't like him when I was working in Nestle. He was our legal advisor, and then he came with a cage and a little kitten. He says, "Oh, you're leaving Nestle. Here's a gift for you." Nah, and I'm like, huh? So since then, I've been saving cats and taking care of cats. And you know what? Actually, Didi, I want to ask you, do you feel there is any difference between taking care of a dog and a cat?
Not at all, but cats, I think just the same lah. But when cats is like very lazy, they don't really care about us, you know. Even when I, you know, like this, they are all crazy. The dogs are all crazy. They greet us, but cat is very calm like that lah. Only
correct.
the character lah.
Correct. And you know what I learned from that, Didi? When I was staying in the US, I lived in Colorado, and the family that I lived with had a dog. So I love dogs because I feel that dogs are very loyal. They serve you. They say that dogs are man's best friend, right?
True.
So dogs, they just want to serve you, and they make you feel like you are the king or the queen. You tell them to take the ball, do this, they will do it for you, right? But cats, they are the diva.
True.
Yeah,
We are
they don't serve you, you serve them. So what I learned is that in my late age in life, I learned now that dogs teach you to be a king, but cats teach you humility. Yeah, you think you are a human being, then therefore your standard is higher than animal. Hello, you are serving the animal. They will sit there, wait for you to stroke them, manja them, serve them. Correct or not? So cats really teach you to be humble, teach you to be, you know, coming back to what is our life all about. We are here to serve. We are not here to receive. In our life, God put us on earth so that we can serve others, be it human being or animals.
Lucky.
So that's my story, guys. Anyone has any stories or questions or comments or tips to share? I mean, let's open it up. Yes, Sintu, that's so true. Unmute yourself. Let's make the room noisy, and thank Didi for her sharing, so inspiring, and then share your stories with your pet.
Pardon?
Anyone? Shahira, you have a story, right?
Bye. Boss, come.
No story, but my 4 cats are all very spoiled cats, and they don't listen to us, we listen to them.
Right.
They
are the boss, right?
We have to give. Yeah.
Where do you get your cats from?
Where I got my cats from. So my mom doesn't believe in buying cats. So all of my cats are adopted, either from, we took one from her friend, and the others were all took from the street.
Yeah, same here. I don't believe in buying them. They are not for trade. All my cats are also rescued from the street. Thank you, Shaira, for sharing. Leonard, you lost your heroes, right? Recently or last year?
It was last year. Yeah. So yeah, I've always had a fascination and passion for dogs. So I lost my puppy Doberman last year. He had I think he must have ingested something, and he had septicemia, so he probably ate something wrongly lah, you know, in the yard. And he was pretty young. He was probably about 5 months old only. Yeah, and then before that was the other Doberman pet, and he was 9 years old, you know. So yeah, so we had him from since young, but I now only have one dog, so we are debating whether to get another one or not, you know, and maybe go and adopt one.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
idea.
so I think the big hoo-ha in the house was we had a mother cat giving birth to 6 kittens in the house somewhere. And we're like, so the big debate was, can we keep them? Can we keep them? My kids were like, no, let's keep them.
6
But
kittens, huh?
yeah, 6 kittens. So the mother actually took the kittens away. So she came back for them. Because we thought that she abandoned them. Actually, she didn't. She make sure that the coast was clear, find another place, and came to get them in the night, one by one.
See, even the cat's mother don't abandon their child.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I,
right.
I have a question for Didi actually. Didi, so for you, right, you've been involved with animal rescue, animal shelter, you run animal shelter. Do you have a vision for the welfare of such animals, say in Sabah or in Malaysia? What do you want to see happen for all these animals? Is there something you want to educate? Is there some better care that you want also government to get involved?
It actually, or we listed the vision that we want to do, we want to see in Sabah like years ago, but none of it happened yet. One of
Okay.
like educate the pet owner to be a responsible pet owner. We see that increasing a bit lah, not drastically, but thank God that we still can see changes lah, a little bit, but no, not much, but okay lah. And then for us to wait for the government to involve is like impossible unless we have the minister that are cat lover, dog lover, yes. But like because these animals, the stray dogs, they don't bring any profit to them. So that's why they will not care. That's why I never like mention about or like forcing government to help us. No, because they will not help. Even if you're just wasting your time to ask for help from them, asking for land from them. No, even SPCA, KK, they ask for land from the government of Sabah, like over 5 years now. They're just wasting their time hoping. That's why we need to like, it's okay, never mind. We just carry on with our own effort lah. When soon I hope that the numbers of stray dogs, stray cats will decrease lah in the future. On how to solve this problem is by TNR. But you want to do TNR, you need money. There's no. Last time we have volunteers from Australia who are willing to come and help us to do to spay, neuter the dogs and cats for free. But we have a SOP here. Jabatan Haiwan said that you need to follow this rule. You cannot simply bring outsiders to come and help with the TNR. You need to follow the procedure. You need to write a letter and everything. And we cannot use vet from outside. That's why here in Sabah, only IAPWA that was approved to use volunteer vet from UK and Australia. So we cannot do anything about that. So if we want to help with the TNR, we need to use our own money or from the donation from the public and bring them to the vet. Even vet cannot volunteer. The vet cannot simply volunteer. They want to volunteer. They want to do charity work. They need to write a letter to Jabatan to DBS 3 months before the actual program started. So I don't know about this SOP everything until last time we just start our charity drive, went to kampong, to educate them and help give them free treatment. But suddenly one of the vet complained, make a complaint to DBS, and we went to the DBS, and there where we got the info lah. We cannot simply do any activity without the approval.
I see.
Yeah. So we have to follow the SOP lah.
Are your cats and dogs spayed and neutered?
Yes.
Okay, all of them are.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, they're meow 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 woof woof.
Yeah. It'd
woof.
be a party every night, right?
Yeah. Even this one, the 2-leg dog also already been spayed. 2-leg dog.
Let me see.
No legs. Okay.
Oh.
He was actually got hit by a car in Tambunan. His name is Boss. He got hit by a car in Tambunan last year, 2 years ago. And then he actually has honor, but the honor didn't bring to the vet. He was hit by a car crash. Both leg was crushed, but he didn't bring to the vet. Just use a traditional way to treat. Instead of getting better, it's become more worse lah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He put like coffee or what, I don't remember, like coffee or something, it making it worse lah. So, and brought to the vet. The vet was actually good lah. They were trying to save his legs. He don't want to cut off his leg, but you know, what else can we do if it's already like rotten already, like very smell bad. There's a lot of
Even get infected lah. Nanti gangrene.
maggots inside the wound already. There's no way to save lah. And then they just cut one first, hoping that the other one can still be used lah, so that instead of being 2 leg, he 3 leg lah. But he was like still cannot. It seems like he rejecting his own leg. So after they amputate both of the legs, then now he becomes so active lah, even without his back
A lot
leg.
healthier, right?
Oh, wow.
But still,
Yeah.
he's because he used most of the energy on. He used most of his time using the 2 front legs, so he becomes skinny.
Mm. Okay, wow, Didi. What a sharing. What a sharing. Guys, I have a suggestion. Let us all, can we pull a fund? Can we, like, for today, just for today, open up a fundraising to help Didi for her shelter? No pressure. You can put any amount that you want onto the account, and we shall create a poster, Yasintu, and spread it to all our network as well. Anyone, our family, friends, and tell them about the experience we had today talking to Didi, and let's help her manage the shelter. Oh my God, that's Amber, right? And this is
Boss.
yeah, let's do that today. Let's do a good deed today and help Didi to take care of her cats and dogs. Didi, you are truly an angel.
No, not an angel lah. To me, this is like a curse lah to me. You know, when people having like they can go out, travel, enjoy. My last time traveling was in 2012. I stopped going anywhere. I cannot go anywhere anymore because you know even if I leave the house like 1 hour, I will like what happened to the cat? Have they? You know, I was worried. I think a lot about them. So that's why I decided to just like never mind lah. I work from home, stay at home, you know, so that I can spend more time with them, you know, so that I will not be worried lah, because I have anxiety and depression, you know, since 2019 19 or 18. So I cannot like I cannot accept any bad news. It will make my conditions become more severe lah. But now I'm not taking any medication anymore, so my therapy is like gardening, you know, bringing the dogs and cats playing at the garden. That's my therapy lah.
Yeah, great. Thank you for sharing, guys. One last round, opening up the floor. Any comments, any questions, any message to Didi? Oh, Anu is here. Anu is saying you have such a big heart, Didi. Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Special kind of people to do the work that you do, okay? You are truly a gem. Thank you for inspiring us.
Yeah, but anyone who wish to open a shelter, one thing that you need to realize, you need to you need to realize and get ready that you need to sacrifice a lot of things. I even have to sacrifice my time with my children, but thank God they are now already teenagers. I don't really need to think a lot about them anymore. So yeah, I just now the question of what is my hope for the next 5 years. Soon we're going to settle the documentation to buy another land in Tamparuli. Not a big shelter, just one acre. We hope that we can give a safe home for them. First, that is the first thing. Without the proper home, proper place for the animals, we cannot do the next step. So the first thing that we need to do is to move them to a safer, proper shelter without any disturbance from anyone anymore, without any complaints, so that we can focus for our next step. So after we move to Tamparuli, first I want to help the dogs and cats in Tamparuli first. If we manage to help with the dogs and cats, educate the people there, then we can think big lah. I'm hoping that we can help more, educate and to make people realize that animals are not just like item, a thing. They do have feelings. Even if you abandon them, they actually feel sad, angry, but what else can they do? They cannot say anything.
Yeah. Wow, amazing work. Truly inspired. Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Thank you, Anu, for making this special effort to join us this morning. We are all amazed and inspired. And Sintu, thank you for arranging for this, managing all this and coordinating. You will share with us later the account number for us to bank in our donation and support, yeah?
Yeah, sure. I'll make a poster.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Didi.
Thank you so much for inviting me too and sharing my experience. And sorry once again. I think I need to spend
very
more time
well.
with human being. Talking to dogs and cats is different. From talking to humans. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I only know the dogs and cats language now. That's why I'm like last time, even 2 days ago when Situ had a meeting with me, I'm like, even right after that, I would say, thank you, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous, even the beginning, I don't know, I lost everything. I like, I'm really sorry, and thank you everyone who joined the Zoom meeting. I really appreciate all. I don't know either you guys are the support of ALIR or not, but yeah, I'm sure that you guys are cat lovers, that's for sure. And thank you so much to everyone.
Yes, thank you. Send our love and our hugs to your furry friends.
Yes, for sure. I will.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.